UN analysts for the first time studied the happiness index of the world population by age. It found that in North America and Western Europe, life satisfaction among young people has been falling rapidly since 2006. The decline in this indicator led to the fact that the United States dropped out of the top 20 happiest countries in the world for the first time, tacking 23rd place on the list. The US and the international research company Gallup have published a ranking of the happiest countries in the world. When compiling the World Happiness Report, researchers and invited experts assessed the main indicators of the standard of living of the population of 143 countries of the world: GDP per capita, social support, demographic indicators, level of corruption, etc. In addition, respondents from each country included in the ranking were asked to rate their standard of living on a scale of 0 to 10, with 10 being the best possible life in their opinion. Finland took first place in the World Happiness Report 2024. The country has topped the list for the 7th year in a row. President Alexander Stubb, commenting on the results of the study, wrote on social networks that there are many reasons for Finland's leadership, but his top 3 are nature, trust, and education. The rating was also commented on by the ambassador of Finland in London, Jukka Siukosaari. We have managed to create an infrastructure of happiness, a safe living environment, opportunities for cultural expression, relatively equal incomes. The top 5 included 3 more Northern European countries, Denmark, Iceland, and Sweden, and Israel rounded out the top 5. The report clarifies that the authors conducted most of the research before the outbreak of the military conflict between Israel and Hamas. Analysts believe that today, the standard of living in Israel has fallen sharply. The indicators of Serbia and Bulgaria improved most noticeably. Thus, Serbia took 37th place and Bulgaria 81st place. 2 more countries of Eastern Europe, the Czech Republic and Lithuania, entered the top 20, ending up in 18th and 19th places, respectively. They overtook Great Britain, which rounded out the top 20. The most unhappy countries in the world, according to the UN, are Congo, Sierra Leone, Lesotho, and Lebanon. Afghanistan is in 143rd place. Young and older generations. Who is happier? The World Happiness Report has been published since 2012, but only in the latest report did experts study for the first time the level of happiness of the world's population by age. The study's authors noted a disconcerting drop in youth happiness since 2006, particularly in North America and Western Europe. The decline in this indicator caused the United States to drop out of the top 20 for the first time, taking 23rd place on the list. And Germany moved from 16th to 24th place in the ranking. In the US, Canada, Australia, and New Zealand, happiness levels fell across all age groups, but especially among young people. For example, separate US data on people under 30 puts the country only 62nd on the happiness index, behind Guatemala, Saudi Arabia, and Bulgaria. Director of the Center for Wellbeing Research, Jean-Emmanuel Deneve, believes that the drop in the indicator is due to economic inequality, the housing crisis. The majority of young residents of the United States and Western Europe today cannot afford their own housing, as well as the negative influence of social networks. Experts interviewed by The Guardian say, allowing children to use social media is like giving them a drug that has not been proven safe. For example, in the USA, teenagers, according to statistics, spend about 5 hours a day on social networks, as a result of which their psychological state suffers. Problems with self-esteem arise, negative emotions, envy, and anger suppress positive ones. According to the World Happiness Report 2024, the top 5 countries with the happiest youth are Lithuania, Israel, Serbia, Iceland, Denmark. UN and Gallup analysts also found that among the generation of those born from 1980 to 2000, the level of happiness decreases every year. For the generation of those born from 1945 to 1965, The level of life satisfaction, on the contrary, is growing every year. The happiest people over 60 live in Northern Europe. Top 5 countries for this indicator: Denmark, Finland, Norway, Sweden, Iceland.